How's it going, everybody? So you might notice between my last video and this video right here, there is much different hairstyle. Now, usually when I get a new hairstyle or when I get a new hair system, right, I make a video about it and I show you and talk about the different hair system, all that kind of stuff. Well, this time around, that wasn't exactly the case. I was filming one of my videos in preparation for my trip, which is talking all about the different supplies that I have and that I'm bringing with me. And before I could finish it, I actually had a reinstall that was going to be done for me, and they were going to this place was going to cut up my sides, give me a proper fade, all this stuff, get me ready for a trip. Well, lo and behold, things happened, mistakes were made, and this is what we wound up with right here after all the mistakes. When I went to go visit my regular guy who gives me really great fades, really good haircuts. So I wanted to make a video about it, kind of showcasing you what happened, what went wrong, and ultimately like what you do in situations where your hairstyle gets completely obliterated by a stylist, no offense. So let's walk back through the timeline, shall we? So this right here was the hairstyle that I was rocking not so long ago. In fact, just a day or two ago before said stylist got a hold of my head. So things were looking pretty good, but you know, my sides were getting a little bit longer and I wanted to clean it up. That way when I headed to Peru, I was really just kind of locked in and I looked at my best. You know, it's gonna be a big trip for me. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, so I thought I was doing pretty good, but definitely just wanted a little bit of a cleanup. So this right here is where I wound up after my last haircut. Yikes, triple likes, disgusting. So I walked into the stylist place and we were talking and they're like, oh yeah, let me give you a quick little fade, no worries, don't even worry about it, like I just got it for you. So I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I could get spruced up here. And immediately when I walked out, this is what it looked like. So this is how we looked when we walked out the next day. So I took a video immediately after because I was like, this just doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right to me. I think something is off. It's actually pretty funny because I was in the chair with her and I'm like, and she's like, I did a really great fade, didn't I? Like, it looks really good. And I'm like, do you think it looks good? And she's like, yeah, it looks really good. Like, I'm really proud of this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I took these pictures after and oh my God, this one just hurts my soul. This one makes me feel like I'm in Peaky Blinders, like 1920 London, and it's World War II, and I can't afford a haircut. It's too much money. I'm barely eating bread. That's the kind of look that I feel like I was rocking right here. And to be honest, it doesn't even look like it's kind of straight in the back. Well, whatever. We're not going to dig into it. But this was a problem. This is not what we were going for whatsoever. So I had to visit my main guy, who luckily could fix this this situation that we had going on. I wasn't too stoked that we did have to completely reconfigure the hair because the way that she faded it, we just could not keep the integrity of the last haircut with how high that particular fade is that she gave me, or if you want to call it a fade, it looks like two different lengths and that's about it. So we couldn't salvage the kind of curtain looks that I was wearing with the longer on top. So this is what we wound up with. So the reason that I'm making this video is to show you a couple different things. One, it's so dependent who you go to cut in your hair system, let alone just cut your hair, on how good it looks. But with hair system, we're in particular a little bit sensitive about it looking as good as possible, natural, really well blended in. And if we go back and we look at this picture, man, I would not feel comfortable coming on and showing you my hair, because this is not just like, oh, my hair is a little messier, it's not the best style today, but I'm showing you real life. Like this is actually kind of horrendous and not a fan whatsoever. I think it's really bad. So that being said, you need to find somebody that can serve you well, and if they're giving you results like this is something that you could be doing at home. Don't accept that. Find somebody that can cut in hair systems right, and it might take some time, it might take some experimenting, it might be a painful process, but you can find someone that can help you out. So ultimately, this is the style that I guess I'm going to be rocking right now. I'm forced into until sides grow out a little bit and we can kind of get back to the style that I was rocking, because I actually really did enjoy it. I thought it was a good look for me, and I'm a bit sensitive about my ears, so I don't really like the hair as short and a lot of weight on the top of my head personally. So I do like it a little longer. This is my favorite look, but I know a lot of you here on the channel seem to think that this is one of the best looks and styles that I have rocked. It's what I used to rock kind of back in the day, except I have the bangs forward and down, which that's also really nice for summer, because as things get hotter, right, hairline, it can get a little messy. It can not look as good when you're out there sweating or exercising every single day like I do. So this can be a great summertime option for you to kind of mask the hairline and still have a really solid look. So all in all, it's okay. It's a win. But you know, when these things happen, it's upsetting. It's really upsetting. You know, if someone completely changes your look and you weren't expecting it because they didn't do a good job, and especially if they get paid, man, just it's a gut punch. But keep on the path. Know that it can get better. It's something that can be resolved. It can be fixed, and you'll get back to your ideal style. You'll get back to where you want to be. It'll just take a little bit of time. The beauty about hair systems is that this is not your permanent hair. They can be expensive. That's something to be considered, but this is not your real hair. You can grow it out. You will grow it out. Move on. It's gonna be okay. I'll catch you guys soon.